Hey everybody, welcome back. Look what we got today. That's right, the EFXTRA. And it comes now with the FPV pod. How cool is that? Here's some of the specs you can read. 4S and 3S batteries. FPV race canopy included. Slope nose cone included. 2 different props. Here's the wingspan, 38.4. So yeah, 4-channel standard stuff. Let's take it out of the box and see what you get. This, you can see your color options here. This is what we got today. Tight fit. So, as you can see, I don't see anything on the bottom. Everything is pretty well packaged in here. Here you have the wing. Bottom, got a nice skids here for it to slide on. Little tooling scoop. Little wing skids out here on the tips as well. That's always a nice touch. Got these cool little winglets on the ends. Gotta hook up some linkages. A little stiff on that one. You're going to want to make sure you work these before you actually put the linkages on. Free them up. That way everything moves nice and clean. I didn't even notice that one fell off. We'll have to get a little more glue on there. We've got an accessory pack. See, we've got our 2 props. We've got some clear plastic stuff. Here's the FPV pod. I'm not sure what this is. This is that nose cone part, I believe. Some little covers that go over the ailerons. Here is the Fpv Canopy Structure. Have to assemble that. Here we have a really nice looking aluminum spinner. There's your aileron linkages, a screwdriver, and some screws. Nice, bright, good looking elevators here. Cool checkers on the bottom. They're really stiff, so you're going to want to definitely free them up. It's got kind of a little locking, snapping mechanism here. Kind of interesting. But yeah, they're really stiff. You want to work them a little bit, get them free. That way the servos don't get too stressed. And now for the main attraction. How cool is that? That green looks really cool. Nice skid here. Work that a little bit, free it up. Little piece of tape here, pop the hatch off. Got nice strong magnets in there. Here you can see you got your battery connector down here in the bottom. You can see your servos in there. Speed control, oh there it is, speed control is way back in there. You can see that big boy motor. Very nice. Clips on really well. Alright, we'll get her kind of mocked up together and we'll be right back. Alright, well before I do all the mocking up here, I took all the pieces out so you can see. Here we have some, these go on the ailerons here, so we've got a couple extras. Or we've got one extra anyway. We've got the spinner and the screw. Here's a little baggie with another magnet. We've got an Allen, some screws probably for the wing. Gonna have to put some magnet on that to hold it on. We've got the two propellers, some adapters. I would assume this would be 4S and then the 3S propeller. You've got the little pod that will go on this. We've got the cover for, I guess if you want to slope soar it. You've got the little covers for the ailerons. Once we get the linkages all on that, we'll go on there. And this piece I'm not sure yet. We'll get to that. So there you go. Okay, we got the wing on. It's just two screws here in the bottom. It just fits right up in there. Feed the servo wires up into the compartment down in here. We've got the spinner on. Pretty simple. Now we'll be working on the elevator. Horizontal here. Like I said, that little clip there in the bottom, it just kind of comes apart, snaps together, so pretty good idea, pretty simple. You can see how it'll fit into the groove there. Get the light just right. Just snaps together, just like that. Okay guys, so for the aileron, you're obviously going to put your linkage onto here. It's going to go through the servo, trying to do this one-handed. Then this piece here will go on and then snap onto the rod, so it'll encase it on there. If that makes sense. If that makes. Once I get it all together, I'll show you, but that's the gist of it.